Good morning, and happy Wednesday, everybody. O'Don here in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center. Welcome to a Wednesday morning. Hope you had a good evening yesterday. If you're a Rangers fan, that was pretty exciting. Tied things up with the Hurricanes. They are now tied at 2, so it's really the best 2 out of 3. So we're going to get a game 6 here at the Garden on a Saturday. Mets lose on the West Coast in the ninth inning, but the Yankees won in dramatic fashion yesterday over the Orioles. So a little bit of a mixed bag there for our quick sports report. Good morning, everybody. Hope you are having a pretty good morning so far. For the most part, our roads here early on are, not as bad, really. Let me just close out some of these windows here this morning. For the most part, we're in fairly good shape, except for a situation in Sayreville. We've got that working and a couple things happening out on Long Island. But for the most part right now, not too bad. So with that said, here at 7:02, let's set our show up here this morning as we're streaming to Facebook and to YouTube and to Twitter. And if you have a comment, the comments, I'm going to open up the comments here in about a minute or so. I just need to set things up. I'm going to take this, put that on, and then we've got to take the banner off. There we go. And we're going to put up our banner. Remember, we are sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery in beautiful downtown Cranford. Go to CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com for more information. We are also sponsored by Travels with Darley. Darley Newman, travel host and travel expert extraordinaire around the world. Travels with Darley is one of our sponsors as well. And don't forget, she has that upcoming virtual event about Santa Fe, New Mexico coming up on Thursday, June the 2nd. We'll be giving away a pair of tickets coming up around 8:15 for the first person to put a comment in YouTube or on Facebook. If you'd like to go to that show, just go ahead and let me know there. Again, that's coming up at around 8:15. Our meteorologist in training, Johnny Rocco, is on vacation this week, so he'll be back next Tuesday. Again, we don't have a show on Monday because of the holiday, so next Tuesday, Johnny will be back with his forecast. Hopefully, we can get John on. Just had to finish up school and so forth, so taking some well-deserved time off. So we'll just do a little bit of weather at 15 and 45 to kind of give you some of the temperatures of what we got going on. So with all of that said, let's get to what the action is out here this morning. Let me share the screen. We will do this, and there we go. Let me bring that up. There it is. It automatically brings it up for me. So, all right. So, good morning. Let me open up the comments. There we go. Comments are now open. All right. So, we've got a situation here where 35 going north here, just at the Victory Bridge in Sayreville, everything is going to be out of service with crash investigation. So it's been out there for about an hour and 15 minutes or so this morning. Let's just go to that location. Let me just wait till this zooms out. There we go. So we're going to make our way down here. It's just like where it parallels the Driscoll Bridge. So it's getting into here. So this used to be the Victory Drawbridge, which is 35, which takes you into Perth Amboy out of Sayreville. So I'm thinking it's somewhere in here. Let me just see where that is. Northbound Victory Bridge. Doesn't really give many any other specifics as far as where that is. So here's 35. Route 9 and Route 35 here are one and the same road. So as you come into the old Victory traffic circle, if you remember my days in a former network, we'll kind of leave it at that. I think you kind of, anybody who follows me kind of remembers where I was. Got a camera there. So it was in the traffic circle just before the bridge. So I think it's somewhere in here. So it doesn't look like you're going to have access to the Victory Bridge to get into Perth Amboy. So you're going to have to stay with Route 9 and the Visa Edison Bridge or stay with the Parkway. Either one will do the same trick to get you over the Raritan River, and then you can make your way back in towards Perth Amboy off of 440. That looks like that's going to be the easiest way to do that. So again, hopefully it's not serious, but anytime it's, past an hour and a half or so, it probably more than likely leads to that situation. So we will go to See what else we've got. 54 southbound to 322 in Folsom. See where that is. Um, that's Black Horse Pike 322. Go to 54. It's just in this area here, just south of the AC Expressway. That's Black Horse Pike. That kind of parallels the AC Expressway here, just south of where 206 begins. In Folsom. Watch for that being shut down as well. Let's go back to our maps. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to go full screen because I think it's just easier to see the maps here this morning. So, again, that's that area in question. Let me just put my headphones on if you hear rustling in the background. There we go. Okay, so let's see what we want to do. You know what? Let's start in South Jersey here first, since we're already down here this morning. As we come up towards 55 and the 42 interchange, you know, this looks much better than it did yesterday at this time, but just a little bit of crowding through that long-term construction. And I think this is what we're going to see as we get into the holiday weekend. A lot of our friends are going to be, you know, using some personal time, what have you. Maybe the work from home thing is going to kind of kick into high gear the next couple of days as we make it a very, very long holiday weekend. Now we're just kind of keeping an eye on the weather. As far as Johnny said, this weekend could be, you know, 50-50 mixed. I think Sunday and Monday are going to be the better days than, let's say, Friday and Saturday. But we'll get to that in a couple of moments with our weather update at 7:15. So, you know, South Jersey is fine. Parkway, Turnpike, all is clear. 195. We're moving well, even up towards Edison on the Parkway. Same thing with the Turnpike, 287, 78 is going to be clear. A little bit of sun glare starting to work into the picture here along Route 80 as you get into exit 30 and southbound on Route 15. We're seeing some more heavier traffic there passing the Jefferson Diner as you come in towards Picatinny Arsenal, and then a little more crowding here east on 80 out by exit 42 for 287. And 80 through Fairfield, Wayne, 208, 17 Route 4 is good. Parkway doing what it does best at this time of the morning, heading north of East Orange into Bloomfield from 145 into 149. Then east on 280 at the Stickle Bridge is heavy. McCarter Highway in downtown Newark. Again, what else is new? That's heavy there. We have some delays north on the Turnpike into 14 because the Bay Extension's all backed up. Then 19, this for some reason seems to back up quite a bit getting into truck routes 1 and 9. Again, a lot of it is for that exit ramp to truck routes 1 and 9. But the Skyway, probably going to put that at about 25 minutes or so. The Turnpike Bay Extension is the better ride, looking at probably about a half an hour now at the Lincoln, and same thing for the George Washington Bridge. So might as well just show you the travel times from our friends at the Port Authority here this morning. So again, I think it's a slightly lighter, overall grand scheme of things. Yeah, about 35 at the George, about 30 at the Lincoln, and about 25 at the Holland. So kind of hit those right on the head there. Let's check in with New Jersey Transit, shall we? See what we've got. Looks like we've got some delays now on the Main and Bergen line. 6 a.m. Hoboken arrivals canceled at Ramsey. So if Alexandra is watching, maybe she can leave a comment. Let me know whether you made it into the city here this morning via the Main Bergen. I think that probably is not going to cause a whole lot of a problem, but that could be her train that, that makes its way into Hoboken since it was canceled way up there in Ramsey. Montclair line, 642 departure from Hoboken, currently delayed for engineer availability. Coastline and the corridor, these temporary schedule changes because of the bridge work in Homedale, so watch for that. Let's go to Path now. We'll check in with our friends here, see what we've got going on. Nothing across the board, so that's in good shape. That was from yesterday afternoon, so we're fine there. Let's go towards, let me see if I can bring up the cameras here on Route 80. I just want to check out that delay as we get into 287. I think it's just mostly the exit ramp there is what we're looking at. We want to go to, well, let's just try the one at 15 just to see if it works. Sometimes this camera kind of comes in and comes out. Nope, that one's not working. So here it is at 202. This will be closer to 42. That's east here. Yeah. So again, this is that backup that normally happens to get on to 287, and we'll go 80 here at 287, which is further east of the interchange. So, that is going to be fine in either direction there. So let's see what we want to do. So we're here at 711 now. You know what? This is fairly quiet in New Jersey for the next couple of minutes. Let's go towards the city next. Staten Island Expressway. I'm going to say pretty much end to end now. Let me bring up the incident page here on what we've got going on. So we got east on the LIE. We'll get back to Staten Island in a second. Just want to take a quick glance at this. East on the LIE at Springfield Boulevard. This closer to the Cross Island. We've got a broken down vehicle there. The service road out by exit 62 in Suffolk County. We've got that shut down, the exit ramp, because of an accident on the service road early this morning. So look for that. What else do we have? That is really going to be about it. 684, though, in Purdy's and Somers. Watch for an accident there south of exit 7. All right, so let's go back to Staten Island. So the eastbound side expressway heavy. Again, this is just normal stuff with a fairly nice day out there this morning. A little bit cooler than it was yesterday, so that's a nice crisp feel to the air. North on 440, a little heavy at Arden Avenue. That's the West Shore Expressway. The Gowanus, just a solid ride straight from Fort Hamilton Parkway all the way up and onto the BQE into the trench is just a mess. But the Bell Parkway is playing really nice here through Brooklyn. So far, so good. Just some westbound delays passing the airport. When is that never an issue at this time? The Battery Tunnel, about 10 minutes there. It's probably just getting there. And then once you get in the tunnel, we're pretty good. Brooklyn Bridge, Manhattan Bridge, Williamsburg Bridge is fine. The southbound BQE is heavy out of Flushing Avenue. And then from Queens Boulevard down to the Williamsburg, we'll go Midtown Tunnel about 10. Same thing at the Queensboro Bridge. Other than that, looks pretty good at the RFK. Westbound Grand Central, we're starting to see some traffic here this morning. Getting past LaGuardia, coming out of Citi Field, and then both ways of the LIE is heavy here at the Grand Central, passing the fairgrounds, and then east again is just by Springfield Boulevard with that issue with that broken down vehicle. So what I want to do is close out into Jersey Transit, the Turnpike Path, SEPTA. We want to go to the city cameras here. We got about 2 more minutes, and then we'll do a quick break. Then we'll regroup and head out to Long Island and then go across the Sound to Connecticut. All right. So let's go to the cameras. We want to come out here to Queens. Let's just check up on this situation on the LIE. Let's see. Where are you? Where are you? Springfield Boulevard. Let's just see what we've got. If we can see anything. This is west. That's east. I don't see anything there, so that seems to be okay. I would imagine it could have been cleared here, certainly within the last couple of moments. Let's go here at Oceana Street. That's east on the left. Yeah, that's east on the left. So I think it's just here between Oceana and Springfield Boulevard. I have a feeling they may have just cleared up because I didn't see anything there with those cameras. Let's bring it back closer towards the fairgrounds because some of those incidents were kind of popping up as far as well, that's just a heavy. I mean, you can't just you can't win there. So it's just a pretty busy morning just west of the fairgrounds. Let's see, we got comments. Yeah, Auntie Anna, good morning to you. Hopefully having a good morning out there. Happy Wednesday. YouTube. I don't know what happened there. So we're going to put it back full screen. There we go. So all right. So let's see where we're going here now. It was right in here. This is the that's the Van Wyck. Did it again. um This is westbound heading into the fairgrounds. Let me split the difference and let's try. This is the LIE at the Grand Central. Let's see. Looks like DOT zoomed the camera in. Looks like they were trying to find something here going west, but whatever it is probably is gone. I don't see anything. Just a lot of heavy stop traffic there at the interchange with the Grand Central. So yeah, so we'll keep an eye on that. If anything else, I was right in here. Westbound Grand Central is heavy through St. John. So is the Van Wyck both ways there into the Jackie Robinson. And then north on the Cross Island is a solid ride from Sunrise Highway all the way up into the LIE. Quick check of the Bronx, southbound Bruckner heavy into Soundview, westbound Cross Bronx is heavy out of the interchange to 3rd Avenue, and then the Throngsic and Whitestone and Throgsic, I should say, awfully slow there getting into Queens. Going to put that in about 10 minutes. And the Deegan getting south here of the Mosholu is heavy out to the Cross Bronx. All right. With that said, we're going to take a brief break here and regroup. Let's take a look at some of our observations here. Again, John is off for the rest of the week, taking some time off here, just finishing up school, so a little time to decompress. So what we're going to do is for the next couple of days, we're going to go ahead and just show you some of the observation reporting stations here from our friends over at the National Weather Service. Let's do another refresh here this morning. So you did see a quick 49 there earlier at Gabreski. So it was a little bit chillier than it was yesterday, but the warmer spots at Newark at 60 degrees, mostly cloudy. So we have some clouds out there to fair skies. That's kind of what we're seeing here early this morning. And again, just a little bit cooler. It's just hard. It's just amazing that, over the weekend it was in the 90s. And here we are starting things off into the low to mid 50s. So it's nice and refreshing. Give the air conditioners a break. Haven't turned the air conditioner on here in the traffic center for the last couple of days. So that's some good news. A little electricity, right? But this weekend is going to start to warm up just a bit, but we are going to see some showers come in on Friday afternoon, evening, and potential is out there maybe for some heavier rain. And again, we're going to be on the air starting at 4 p.m. from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Friday evening for the holiday getaway. So with that rain coming into the area may slow or, taper down some of the travel plans for folks getting away for the holiday weekend. They're going to last into some parts of Saturday as well. Maybe Saturday afternoon, may not even be till like Saturday night that we start to clear out some of that rain. It looks like Sunday and Monday so far look to be okay, but I guess it just depends on where this front kind of sets up and how fast it comes through as far as either pushing that rain a little bit further into the weekend or maybe accelerating it and trying to get it out of here by Saturday morning. So we'll see. But right now, again, temperatures into the mid to upper 50s, 51 in Somerville. So nice cool start there with a few clouds at Somerset Airport, Trenton, Mercer County coming into 54. And again, LaGuardia, Central Park, and Kennedy all coming in at the mid 50s. All right. So again, we are sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, and we thank Ralph in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey, for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. Make some of the best handmade ice cream anywhere to be found. He's got those core flavors, chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Also an award-winning ice cream, the Bananas Foster. M&M Explosion is great for the kids, and one of my personal favorites is right here, the party cake. Mix it in with the sundae, a little whipped cream, a little chocolate syrup. I'm getting hungry again here in the traffic center. So again, party cake is one of my favorites. He also makes these great ice cream cakes. We're finishing up colleges, graduations. We have high school graduations and middle school graduations, public schools, private, coming up in the next couple of weeks. So a small round will serve 7 to 8, and he can make this with any ice cream that he has in the case. Large sheet cake from 30 to 40 people. So he'll accommodate any of your needs, any of your party needs. And these cakes are really, really good. We've had many, many over the years for many different occasions, and they've always been a crowd of favorites. So the ice cream cakes, very popular. The crunchy cream cakes, same thing with the signature cakes. And we'll finish up here with some of the other stuff that he makes as far as the vanilla cupcakes. Really a great light kind of a treat. For the kids or for anybody for that matter. He has the Oreo pies, and he makes these awesome ice cream sandwiches, the classic flying saucers and chip witches. He also has the sorbets, which I'm sure he probably sold out of this weekend. Really refreshing for a hot summer's day. The blood orange, the peach mango, just absolutely delicious. And again, you can find Ralph here in beautiful downtown Cranford. You can contact him at 908-272-3000. The information is going across the bottom of the screen. He's located at 22 North Avenue West in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey. That comes up as Route 28 in your GPS. And he's open Monday through Thursday from 12:30 to 9:30, and on Friday and Saturday until 10, and then on Sundays until 9 o'clock. And we thank Ralph at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery for being a sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. let's get back to the action now. Let's go out towards Long Island here at 7:20. Go to the westbound side of the Southern State Parkway. Awfully crowded there out by the Meadowbrook, but kind of when is that not ever an issue? We'll go from the Wantagh all the way to about exits 20, just west of 25 or so, out to exit 19. Let me bring up the incident list for Long Island. We'll see what we've got cooking. I don't think there's anything at this point. Well, except for that service road being shut at 62. So let's go to the cameras and we can head out there. I think there's a camera at exit 62. It's in this area here. Let's just zoom in just a bit. That is, I don't know what side we're on. This is that's westbound that heads away. Let's come in a little bit closer, shall we? Again, it's on the service road, but they're saying that the exit ramp is shut. No, not the camera I want. Sometimes these cameras, this is east of that location, so it's in here somewhere. Yeah, so there it is. There's the exit ramp to 62 is shut. It's going to be off into the distance. You can see it here because the service road is shut. It was a pretty bad accident very early this morning, so that's still in the process of being investigated, unfortunately. So we never want to really talk to you about things like that. But again, that's looking out towards exit 62. That exit ramp is going to be completely closed at this time. I don't think they're able to get a picture of the actual scene. Let's just see if this camera here, that's at Waverly, further east of that Point Road, we're fine. It's coming in towards 62. Roll the video, see what we've got. So that's westbound that heads away. We're on the eastbound side. Again, it's really the exit ramp is shut at 62. That is getting out for the issues there with that crash investigation. That is going to be, where are we? Down here on the bottom of the screen. So eastbound at exit 62, the exit ramp is shut. So again, look for that. And that service road is shut as well in that same area. So just obviously stay the LIE getting through that location. So, all right. So let's see what we got west on the LIE, a little heavy here at exit 44. And then we've got some more traffic here on the northern state out of 106, 107 into the Wantagh. The northbound Wantagh is really jammed here this morning. I think something may have happened here at the interchange with the Wantagh. So let's go over to the cameras. Let's zoom out here and we head to Nassau County. Our way on over to the Wantagh Parkway, and this is going to be right in this area. This camera is working. That's the northern at the Wantagh. So we go show video. This is the ramp from the Wantagh to the westbound northern. I don't see anything there. So if there was something, it is now gone. But as we say here in the traffic business, the damage done. There is the Wantagh. Well, that seems like it's moving fairly well. This is north coming towards us. So yeah, so that's a little bit slow. So I think there was something there at the interchange with the northern right in this area here. But that looks like that is gone as we looked at the cameras, and my good friends over at Inform are always on top of it. As soon as something comes in, they move these cameras, and they have so many more cameras than back in the day when I was out there doing traffic. But yeah, Inform does a really nice job there out on the island. So we'll go to, what is this here? 106, 107. What's going on here? See anything here at Bethpage Road? Let's make our way towards Mid Island Plaza. I don't see anything there. I don't know why it's showing up as red here. Again, it could just be obviously the traffic lights. Just trying to see if there's anything happening. That's the northern at 106, 107. So that camera is not working. Let's just show you the delay here on the expressway, and this is going to be by 135. Yeah, again, it seems like every time at this time of the morning, I show you the same video. It is just absolutely hammered, getting closer to 7:30. So yeah, that's your westbound traffic that is going to be barely moving away from us. So again, a slow ride, but what else is new, right? Let's go to out east. So again, some pockets of delays here getting in through Vets Highway 111 into Deer Park Avenue. And then further out east now, we're seeing our normal delays through Hampton Bays, Southampton, on over towards Watermill. All right. You know what? Let's do this. I want to we want to go here to the MTA. Let's just bring that up. Check out Long Island Railroad, and we might as well do some subway action as well. Let's go to the MTA first. So there it is. Long Island Railroad is good. Metro North is fine. We'll check in with the subways before we head to Connecticut. Southbound 25 running delays after some required medical assistance at Simpson Street. So look for that. The E train here running with delays after reboot of vandalized train from service at World Trade. And then the Staten Island Railway, that's 715 to St. George is not going to run. So those already have been canceled. All right. So let's go back to the maps and we will head across the sound into Connecticut and we'll check out the deal here. Let's bring up the Connecticut incident list. We'll see what we've got going on. We've got delays, roadwork delays. Okay, so again, 4637, they're saying on the Merit. 2613, then 9 through 5 is heavy, but this is kind of just regular stuff. So there it is along the shoreline. 8 and 25 is fine, and this Merritt Parkway is, I think something may be going on down here, just south of about exits. What is this? I gotta get my Merritt Parkway exits memorized here. It's been a while since I've done Connecticut traffic. I think this is 34. Yeah, 34. So just south of 34, I think something's happening there because it just automatically, again, that's a good indication of when you do have an accident. See how it goes from red straight to green. So that's something that's holding traffic back. That's on that southbound side of your Merritt Parkway. All right, so we've taken care of Connecticut for the time being. Lower Westchester doesn't look too bad here this morning on 287 end to end. New England Thruway is fine. North on the Hutch is pretty heavy at Weaver Street. South on the Thruway, you're looking good. And then both ways, east on the Cross County at the Hutch, and then west into the Sawmill is a heavy drive there. So again, what else is new? Say good morning to Hank, watching us in Yonkers here on a Wednesday. South on the Thruway from 14 into 13 on over to 12 is a little bit slow. On over towards Orange County now, 84 Route 6. The Beacon Bridge is clear at 684 here as you get south of the Brewster area. I think we saw there was something earlier on 684. Yes, here. That's going north, though, at 117 at Purdy's. So that is going south, but that's normally the flow of traffic heading south, unless they're all stopping to take a look at this here in towards the Purdy's area. Be here. I think that's the case, is that everyone is stopping to take a look at it, unless they have the accident the wrong direction. And it's certainly possible, but I think there's just a lot of rubbernecking delays through that area. Okay, so we've finished up. Again, it's a fairly lighter morning to a degree in certain spots, as we're just about ready to come up on 7:30 here this morning. I don't know what this map is doing. This is all over the map, literally all over the place. So again, 7:30 now is our time. A good morning to you. Thanks a lot for joining us here on the Tri-State Traffic Show, and here for a Wednesday morning, bringing the music, kind of get the blood pumping just a little bit here. Go for that extra cup of coffee if you can. For the most part, we're in fairly decent shape here across the board, except for a couple isolated incidents. But, it's just that volume of traffic I'm not really seeing here, and I think that's what we're going to see getting out for the rest of the week. All right. So again, we are up on Facebook as well as on YouTube here this morning, and also onto Twitter. And this half hour is sponsored by Travels with Darlie. You can watch her on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wonderum, as well as on Ovation TV's Journey. And she has an upcoming virtual program for Santa Fe, New Mexico. It's called Destination Cities, courtesy of Smithsonian Associates. That's going to take place on Thursday, a little over a week from tomorrow. That is on June the 2nd from 7 to 8:30 p.m. You can see how to get tickets there. You can also get tickets from me as well. Coming up at 8:15, we're going to give a pair of tickets away if you're interested in take a look at that program. Darlie does an amazing job. If you ever watched her show, lots of fun, lots of adventures, and shows you the best places to eat, drink, have a lot of fun around the world. And she does a great job with her virtual programs. Kind of like it's a lecture for about an hour or so, and then there's another half an hour or so of Q&A. So if you're interested in heading out to the southwest of this great country, into Santa Fe, New Mexico, certainly check out her program again. That's coming up on June the 2nd. All right, so we're going to get back to the situation here across the no, I'm not Mike the situation. We'll take a look at what's going on now a little after 7:30. So let's go back towards New Jersey, and I want to bring up these incident list, I should say. Take a look at what's going on. So this is going to be, oh boy, here we go. Starting to heat up now. So we still have the issue on 35 at the old Victory traffic circle there in Sayreville, but now we're looking at a crash on 495 west of Boulevard East in Weehawken. So let's check that out. I think there are some cameras on 495, but we have to see exactly what is working. 495. Where is 495? There it is. So west of Pleasant Avenue. So it's really like coming off the top of the helix. I don't think any of these cameras are in service for some reason. They're just not working. East of Pleasant Avenue. Okay, so let's go to the maps. This is going to affect more the outbound side. And also if you're watching us, let's say in West New York, what is going on here? There we go. All right. Yeah, that is the garbage truck that is coming through here. If you hear that, so there we go. Put that on mute a second. All right, so they're just finishing up with the garbage here this morning. So it looks like it may be just in the area of the helix, just as you come out of the tunnel. And I think that's why that's heavy. I wish I had a camera at the Lincoln, but I don't. So I think it's just as you get on the helix here. So I imagine Port Authority is probably on top of that pretty quickly. But the eastbound side now is starting to back itself up. Let's just see if I can bring up the travel times as we get into the tunnel. So this may be starting to back up things with some rubbernecking delays, a little, extra slow, but it also depends on where that crash is being reported. Let's see. Westbound Boulevard East in Weehawken, one lane is shut. All right, so that's the right lane that's shut. So it's not the exclusive bus lane. So that I would imagine is still running. We go towards, so now it's starting to stack up 45 minutes. It was just tacked on another 10 minutes. It was only about half an hour just a few minutes ago. So 30 at the Holland, 45 at the Lincoln, and about 35 on average at the George Washington Bridge. Let me see if that camera on 495 is working closer to Route 3 and the Turnpike. I just want to see if that's an operation here. Again, this eastbound side is really out of crawl. I just want to check the exclusive bus lane, which is going to be, that's open. Okay, so they haven't shut that down because of this outbound crash. But again, this is just extra slow as people are getting around the helix or getting into that area to take a look to see what is going to be going on. All right, so with that said, that's one place to avoid. But again, it's really not a place to avoid because there's basically you can't get onto the helix unless you're coming out of the Lincoln Tunnel. So it's going to affect somebody coming from the city back over towards Weehawken. So again, our Hudson River crossings are really taking a lot of traffic here at 734 Parkway. We're fairly busy through Bloomfield, but again, what else is new? Alexandra, good morning to you. We'll put your comment up there. So let's see. Good morning from Manhattan. Smooth commute overall. There was some police activity at the PATH station in Hoboken, but it didn't affect my train. All right. So we got the real-time information there on PATH as well as smooth commute overall onto the main. Bergen and Alexandra, good morning to you. Thank you very much for being our transit spotter. If you want to be a traffic transit spotter, certainly go ahead and post comments there, when it's safe to do so once you get to your destination. And let me know how the commute is going, or if you would like a personalized commute, we can try to do that as well as we've done for Auntie Anna over the last 2 weeks. Let's stay here in North Jersey now. Both ways of 17 is going to be a solid ride here at Essex Street in Lodi, and the eastbound 46. It's amazing how people kind of time this commute out, between 7:30. Didn't seem too bad. Then all of a sudden here at 7:30, it's slowly kind of going downhill. So your parkway is backed up all the way through 78, so from 142 up to 150. And the turnpike is, again, pretty solid here from 13th to 13A into 14. Again, the Skyway is just absolutely hammered here, getting on in towards the covered roadway. The Bay Extension, like that, to the Holland Tunnel has a little more to give for you. And now we're starting to see more delays mount here on 80 as people get up and out and about east of 27 into 28 out through 30, and then a little bit of relief here at 15, and then more traffic as you get in towards on the approach out of Rockaway into Denville through 39, and then heavier out to 42. And again, most of that is exiting for 287. Now, west on Route 80 is heavy here at the 280 interchange, and starting to see more delays going east on 80. Heading into Totowa. Let's head over to the west now. We're 78 through Clinton, and Lebanon is fine. So is Route 22 out towards Branchburg is good. 202, 206, that's clear. Same thing on 287 in Bridgewater. The turnpike is fantastic here this morning here in South Jersey. Let's go over to, this is the issue on 35. It's right in this area here through that old Victory traffic circle. Again, remember the Victory Bridge that carries 35 into Perth Amboy used to be an actual drawbridge. Now it's that gigantic bridge they put in many, many years ago. But anyway, it's here at what was the traffic circle. Now they've got traffic lights and so forth. So this is where it's shut down. Again, Route 9 and Route 35 are one in the same road until it splits here in the South Amboy area. There's 35 heads this way, and then there's Route 9 that kind of heads to the west. So again, just be mindful of that. You may want to if you're heading into Perth Amboy, you're probably going to want to just stay with Route 9 over the Edison Bridge. Although I don't know why this Victory. So again, whether it's actually at the circle or it's actually on the bridge itself, I'm not sure because there's no cameras through that area. There is. Let's just do this. There is a parkway camera there, and we'll see if the two agencies are helping each other out, because I don't think there's any cameras on 35, but we will see. Let's just check it out in real time together here at 7:38 is our time. I'll have another check of your forecast coming up at 7:45. So we want to go here south of the Raritan Toll Plaza. See what we see. Now we're looking at the parkway there, which I kind of thought was going to be the case. Let's just see 120 south of the Driscoll Bridge. Wow, that's a lot of heavy traffic there. Exiting for 287. I don't think it could be some traffic, a little extra here on the parkway. Then you're going to take 287 to 440. Northbound 440 into Perth Amboy to get around that closure. So I'm feeling the situation that it may be closed actually on the bridge itself, out of the circle. So you may be okay on route. Let's go back to the maps. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It's they're saying at the Victory Bridge. I'm thinking it's in here somewhere. That is where it's going to be shut down, because if Route 9 was if it was shut here at the circle, we'd probably see a lot more traffic here on northbound Route 9, which I'm not seeing at this point. And again, this is just the delay getting out to 35 at the interchange. That's normally what we see. So again, just give yourself a little extra travel time as we're still trying to get a handle on this here this morning on this investigation on 35. So again, this westbound issue here coming out of the Lincoln Tunnel is kind of really hitting things pretty hard. Let's give it another check of NJ Transit. We'll see what the situation is here. If things have settled down just a bit, we've got some delays on the Montclair line. 642 departure from Hoboken is up to 20 minutes late there. So that's going to kind of back up things downstream just a bit. Coastline Corridor, the temporary schedules there. That is fine. We'll check in with PATH once again. Alexandra said that she saw some police activity at the PATH station in Hoboken, but didn't really affect the commute terribly. And yeah, I'm not seeing any delays coming up across the board. All right, 7:40 is our time. Let's head back towards New York City. And before we get there, I just want to do another spot check of South Jersey. Again, the Parkway, a little heavy here in the Brick area through 89 through 91. But the Parkway AC Expressway is good. And now 55 and 295 here are 42, starting to back things up. Heading out to the Aljo curve into 76. But again, when is that not an issue? It's amazing how that just kind of just instantly showed up within the last couple of minutes. Amazing how fast traffic can back up. All right, speaking of backups, we go to the city now, and just an immense amount of traffic here across the board on the eastbound Staten Island Expressway. A lot of sun glare working into the picture just east of the West Shore, and then getting across the Verrazano, straight onto the Gowanus, all the way up into Industry City, into the Brooklyn Bridge. That's probably going to run you well over another half an hour or 40 minutes. West on the Belt, we're picking up more traffic here as we head west of Flatbush Avenue. So that's starting to go downhill a little bit. We head over towards the crossings now, and we'll start off at the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. Let me just widen this up just a bit. Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, that's about 10 minutes plus. I think it's just getting there is going to be the issue, unless you're in the HOV lane, which I think is certainly something that's going to help you out greatly. So the southbound BQE is heavy straight from Queens Boulevard, passing the Kosciuszko Bridge into the Williamsburg Bridge, but the Brooklyn Bridge, Manhattan Bridge, and the Williamsburg Bridge, maybe about 5 minutes or so, but not bad. FDR Drive actually looks pretty good, except north here at the Brooklyn Bridge. Let's take a look at the drive here. Some pockets of volume both ways out through 96th Street, and then south of 125th, really 135. Getting out to the RFK Triborough, that's going to be a solid ride. But the west side looks pretty good. It's just that delay getting off the George Washington Bridge, which isn't bad. We head north on the BQE. That's heavy into the Grand Central. And then west on the Grand Central, right off the Whitestone Expressway, is a solid ride. Now they're saying a crash on Northern Boulevard there. Watch for that both ways of the LIE is heavy here through the fairgrounds. The Midtown Tunnel is looking at about 15 minutes. Same thing at the Queensboro Bridge. And then just a ton of traffic. Yesterday we didn't really see much traffic on the Jackie Robinson, but this morning we're seeing just a lot of volume there heading inbound to the Kew Gardens interchange. Same thing on the Van Wyck Expressway. We're all loaded up here this morning coming out of the interchange down to the Belt, and then the westbound Belt Parkway is going to be a solid ride as you pass Sunrise Highway, heading all the way out to Cross Bay Boulevard. Now the Cross Island, a lot of stop traffic here. Getting out towards the arena and Belmont Park into the southern state, heading up in towards Jericho Turnpike, and then eventually all the way up into the LIE. Now, the eastbound side, they're still saying there's something going on here just east of the Clearview. Let me go back to the cameras here just to see if they've actually either moved the camera. Either they move the camera or something else has happened. So we'll go here this morning, and there it is. Wow. I should check those lottery tickets. I played those yesterday, and we've been hitting the cameras right on the head here. So we go east here. All right, so we got the left lane now shut just east of the Clearview Expressway. It's right in here, so that's why this is backed up through Casino Boulevard. We'll go back to the camera. There we go. Looks like just a one-car vehicle, unless there's another car on this side. Looks like that Honda Civic may have gotten a little bit banged up here this morning. Hopefully no one's seriously injured, but we have NYPD on scene and now just waiting for the tow truck or flatbed or whatever needs to be done to assist this vehicle. So again, this is a tough spot of the LIE. There's really not a whole lot of a shoulder. There is a little bit on the right side, but it's really not much, but it doesn't matter because it's in the left lane. So that's why we're seeing that traffic backing up. Let's just see where that delay starts. We'll take a look at it here. 163rd. So yes, that is east on the left here. This is west. Let's just check it out. Whoa, what happened there? Okay, let's go back. I think we're back through Maine. This is eastbound here, so it's starting to slow up. Again, we're starting to get into that time frame where the eastbound side starts to slow up as much as the westbound side. Again, it's just really the time of the morning for this to have happened. So again, there's that crash just east of the Clearview. If you can get over to the Grand Central, you got a lot more to give here. Just obviously getting there is going to be the problem. Then you're going to have some more delays getting out towards the Clearview Expressway. Let's take a quick check on the Bronx, shall we? We've got a lot of traffic here at the Throgsneck Bridge. I'm not sure why. I mean, unless there's some, well, it's really the construction zone is tying up things just a bit, but that's really heavy off of the Bruckner and Throgsneck extension getting into the bridge. I'm thinking maybe something may have happened at the toll plaza. You know what? Let's just go to the cameras. Let's just widen this up here this morning before we get a check and take a quick break. Our good friend Darley Newman. We will go here to see a Pennyfield. Yeah, that's just a ton of traffic getting into the toll plaza. Now, again, it could be just that long-term construction they're doing, but for some reason, I'm thinking that something may have happened here before the toll plaza to the Throgsneck. So we'll keep on top of that as well. And I think that's why the Whitestone is starting to back up things. But again, it's 7:46 in the morning, and when is that never an issue? West on the Cross, Bronx is heavy into the interchange all the way out to the George Washington Bridge, and then the elevated section is a solid ride. And same thing on the Major Deegan is getting hit hard here out of Van Cortlandt Park all the way into the cross. So Bronx, same thing on the Bronx River Parkway is just pretty much end to end from the Westchester line all the way down into Soundview. Let's do a quick check of our subways to see what the story is here this morning. And this is going to be the 2 and the 5. So we still got those issues there on the 2 and the 5. That is going to be running with delays through Simpson Street. So watch for that. That's southbound on the 2 and the 5. All right. So let's take a quick break. We'll take a quick check of your temperatures. Again, our meteorologist in training, Mr. John Rocco, is off for the rest of the week, taking some well-deserved time off from his studies. Has just finished up another semester at Rutgers University, and he's also the president of the Weather Watchers Club. So we're going to just take a look at some of the observation temperatures here from the National Weather Service, looking at 60 at Newark, 53 at Gabreski, 54 and Farmingdale and Shirley. So we're into the lower to mid 50s here. Obviously, EWR, they're coming in the warmer spot at 60, but look at that 51 in Somerville. So it's a little bit of a cooler start across the area with some fair skies and also some cloud. We're going to say partly cloudy skies to say it across the board. So John is saying that today should be pretty good. Temps only getting in towards the upper 60s, so a little bit cooler than. It's just hard pressed to believe that just 4 days ago we were in the 90s, but we are looking at temps into the mid to upper 60s today. Can start to warm up a little bit, getting out towards tomorrow and in towards Friday. But as John had said yesterday, the chance is out there for some showers for Friday afternoon and evening for that holiday getaway. And again, we'll be on the air starting at 4 p.m. until 6 p.m. on Friday. So the weather could kind of deters some folks from heading out on Friday for the holiday weekend, but looks like the rain is going to linger into Saturday. Just depends. Just have to see how long it stays out there Saturday, whether it goes into the late afternoon or early evening or starts to clear out earlier. Again, we're still another 24 hours, I think, from some of the models going through that scenario to see how that goes. But I definitely think Sunday and Monday, as John has told me, are looking much better than Friday and Saturday. So as we get through the holiday weekend and to Memorial Day, so he's saying that he thinks at this point Memorial Day should be pretty good, but we got to keep an eye on things here across the area. As we know, weather can change in just a heartbeat, really. All right, so with a quick check of the weather out of the way, once again, we are sponsored by Travels with Darley. If you're not familiar with Darley, there she is. Darley Newman has a great program called Travels with Darley, where she travels all around the world with adventures and lots of fun, tells you the best places to eat and drink, and just really have a great time on your vacations. And she can be seen on PBS Create as well as Amazon Prime, Ovation TV's Journey, and Wondrum. She's also having an online event on June the 2nd, and that's going to be Destination Cities Santa Fe. That's on Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30. If you would like tickets, it's on the bottom of the screen. Just go to that website. Does a great job. It's about an hour or so lecture, some of the best places and things to do in Santa Fe. And then there's a question and answer period afterwards. That's courtesy of the Smithsonian Associates. Been to a couple of her programs this year and really a lot of fun, a lot of great information, just a great presentation, and answers any of your questions, any of your travel related questions that you may have. if you're interested in heading out to Santa Fe, New Mexico for the summer. So again, that program is on June the 2nd from 7 to 8:30. And you can get tickets there at the website that's coming across the screen. We're also going to give away some tickets if you're interested here. Get some free tickets coming up at 8:15. And that is going to be just after our weather check. Now, if you're not familiar with Darley's program, here's a little trailer of some of the fun places that Darley is looking at for this season 9.
I'm Darley Newman, and we're in Albany, New York, Charleston, South Carolina, Selma, Alabama, Colorado, Hayward, Wisconsin, at the site of the Lumberjack World Championships.
We're road tripping across the USA on epic trails for adventure.
If I were on the battlefield, I would have run.
Cuisine.
It smells really good. Wow.
You got one?
I got a jalapeno in there.
History.
Prior to this canal opening, boats to get to the center of the country had to go down around Florida and up the Mississippi.
Dr. Martin Luther King delivering his amazing "How long, not long" speech.
And culture.
Where's Bob Ross when you need him?
Discover what's in your own backyard on an all-new season of Travels with Darley.
These are good. Cattails, who knew? Wow, 6th generation.
Yes.
Amazing.
120 proof smooth, right?
1, 2, 3.
And again, that's Darley Newman, Travels with Darley. We thank you very much for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. And there is a program, or upcoming virtual program, coming up on Thursday, June the 2nd, from 7 to 8:30. And there is the link for tickets. And again, we're going to give away a pair of tickets here coming up at 8:15. So if you're interested in finding out the best places for things to do and eat there in Santa Fe, definitely be the first person to comment on Facebook or YouTube if you can. Let me know if you'd like to go. All right. So with that said, let's go back into the roads now. We want to head out to Long Island, and we've got just the one issue really working. The biggest one is, for the most part, is this eastbound closure of the service road and exit 62. That's going to be closed up till further notice. That's all because of an accident investigation, unfortunately. See if we can bring up the camera here. I'm just going to find the camera that it was right in. Excuse me. Here? Yeah. All right. So that's the camera showing the closure at 62 heading east, that exit ramp, and that is just jammed. I mean, absolutely jammed here. Exiting for exit 62 with that crash investigation. It's really on the service road, and the service road is also going to be shut down till further notice this morning. So again, a bit of a tough ride for friends out in this section of Suffolk County. So we will continue on now. Sunrise Highway looks pretty good. Let's go east and work our way west. East on Sunrise Highway is heavy through Hampton Bays, out through Southampton into Watermill, all the way out to Bridgehampton, and then further west of that, we've got delays, obviously, some pockets of volume. As you get in towards Vets Highway, Deer Park Avenue, coming out of the Sandy Coast Parkway in 53, and then more of a heavier ride here through Plainview and Syosset and into Jericho. We'll go exit 45 over towards exit 41. 135 looks good, but then the southern really cooking up here between exits 18 all the way out through about exit 25 or so. And then west on the Southern State Parkway, we're also seeing a lot of traffic here from 231 on over towards 109. The Northern State, it doesn't look terrible. Coming out through Hicksville, Westbury, just around the curve here at the connector. As you head out to Lakeville Road, it's going to be a heavy ride. But even the LIE west of the delay here at 106, 107, almost all the way out to Lakeville Road, dare I say it's a little lighter than normally what we would see. So kind of keep that in the back of your mind. Now let's go back up towards Connecticut, where I think there's a crash here on the Merritt, getting south of exit 34 or so. Let's just check in with the rails. Nothing being reported along Metro North as well as Long Island Railroad. So that's good. We'll bring up our Connecticut issues here, the incident list, and let's see what's cooking here this morning. They're just saying delays in Stamford, delays on the Merritt, all the way out to 37. So let's go back to the maps. It's in here, just past Turner River, on the Merritt. There's definitely something going on past 104 or Long Ridge Road, because it should not be this heavy through this stretch. Let's just see what this exit is, 33. So south of exit 33, I think there's definitely something happening here, because look how heavy this traffic is back through 34, 35, 36. And we're okay here at 39 for Route 7. That doesn't look too bad. But then south on that Merritt is going to be a solid ride still out of 44 through 41. And then 95 is just stacked and packed out of 27, straight on down the line all the way through to just about, I'd say exit 5 or so. Again, just a ton of traffic here as we come up on the top of the 8 o'clock hour. So the southbound side of the 8 and 25, that actually looks pretty good. Now we're starting to heat up here in Lower Westchester, where eastbound 287 is a pretty solid ride through Elmsford. Also, eastbound Cross County, seeing a lot of traffic here this morning, getting out through Empire City into the Hutch, and then south here on the Sawmill before it turns into 9A. We're seeing a lot of traffic there as well, out by the seminary building this morning. So that's going to be in Yonkers. And again, we say hello to Hank, watching us every morning in Yonkers. Southbound on the Deegan is straight, pretty much straight out of Van Cortlandt Park going down to the George Washington Bridge. So let's jump over to Rockland County before we do our reset here at the top of 8 o'clock. And then south on the Thruway is pretty busy, out of 14 over to 13 on in towards Interchange 12. But what else is new on the Tappan Zee Bridge? Orange County looks good on 84 Route 6 and Thruway. So we head to Westchester, south along 684. I think we had some earlier issues there in Purdy's by 116. So that looks like that may have cleared up. But you know what? Let's just go to the incident list, shall we? 684. We're looking for 684. They're still saying it here with the ramp in out by 116. You still have some property damage there. So I think that's why this is so heavy heading south. Again, this is the normal flow of traffic out of Brewster, heading out towards the Purdy's and Golden's Bridge area. But again, just to keep that in mind, if you're going to travel through that section of just the right on the Dutchess Upper Westchester County line. All right. So with that said, here at 7:58, let's do another. Let's see what we want to do here before we go back towards New Jersey. Let's just check it out here. Let's see what we want to do. We did Metro North already, but we'll do it again. Let's just go for another refresh here at Metro North. And we'll check that vibe out. Moving fine. Again, that Pascagoula Valley line. Planned substitute busing is going to be in effect here in about the next hour or so, as we get to a little before 9 a.m. with that, and just doing some track work there. All right, so it's 7:58. I believe it's already 7:58 on a Wednesday. Where's the month of May going here across the board? It's just amazing how fast things are going, and we're going to do a reset here this morning. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show down here in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center, which is basically my living room. So it's pretty amazing that I can actually do this, and hopefully the picture looks pretty good. I know I've had some lip sync issues here because I think the computer is starting to overheat on me. But nonetheless, I digress. We're here to get you through all the traffic and transit issues throughout New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut. We're on the air every Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 9 a.m. And again, the getaway traffic on a Friday evening from 4 until just about 6 o'clock or so. So we'll kind of see how things play out. I think the weather may be a bit of a factor in the evening, afternoon, rush hour, if you want to even call it that, for the getaway. I still think it's going to be a lot lighter than maybe what we have seen if it was sunny out, first of all. But again, I think a lot of our friends are making it a nice long weekend as you heading out for Memorial Day. So John is our meteorologist in training. He's actually off this week, so I'm kind of filling in. So kind of just channeling all my inner meteorology skills from following so many meteorologists over the last 20 years of my career. So we'll see how I do. I'm certainly not as skilled at the weather as Johnny is. So he'll be back starting next Tuesday, taking some well-deserved time off, finishing up his studies for the semester at Rutgers University. That is so Johnny, enjoy some of your time off. So let's do this. Let's here at 8 o'clock. Let's switch over my banners here this morning. We thank Travels at Darley for sponsoring that last half hour, but we have to bring in our sponsor for this half hour, and that is going to be my good friend Ralph over at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery in beautiful downtown Cranford. Make sure you head out there for the holiday weekend and get some amazing ice cream from my good friend Ralph in beautiful downtown Cranford along North Avenue West. And you can find him at 272-3000. I'm just going to give you a snapshot of some of these amazing ice cream sandwiches. Look at that. Does that look good or what? I mean, I could just eat probably an entire package of that, but I'll watch the weight here. Headed for my annual physical in a couple of weeks, and I don't want my doctor yelling at me as it seems like I get every year. Again, that's the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. You can find Ralph at CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. Also, you can find him on Instagram as well at the same tagline there, Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. All right, so with that said, let's go back full screen here this morning and check out our ride here a little after 8 o'clock. We're going to go back in towards New Jersey now. The eastbound side of Interstate 80, we're seeing a ton of traffic as well. This is going to be in the area of Route 15. But again, what else is new? That's usually kind of what we see. You know what? Let's just go back to the incident page here this morning because I thought I saw something else pop up that I wanted to go for next. Yeah, all right. So now it's starting to heat up just a bit, literally heat up on 42. We've got a vehicle fire there. We'll check that out in a moment. We've got an issue with an overturned truck on 54 by 322 in Folsom. Also 35 is still shut. And again, I think that's getting actually onto the bridge itself. So again, be careful there. East on 22 is a bit of a problem with another crash out by Vauxhall Road, just west of Blois Street in between Union and Hillside. And that is going to be tying up things getting out to the airport. So let's do this first. Let's go to 42 and let's see what the situation is here with his vehicle fire. Let's see if there's a camera in that location. I thought there was. No. No avail there. This is much further north of where that vehicle fire is. That's northbound. That's just crowded, jammed in the 55 interchange as you see it here this morning. So that's going to be, come on, well, the camera's working. I think I just have too many windows open. Close up some of these windows here this morning. Close out of the path alerts as well. So yeah, so that is, northbound, just an absolute parking lot of traffic coming off of the 55 interchange. I mean, that is just barely even moving. Let's just see if there's something happening further up towards 295. This is an expansive set of construction. Hopefully someday in our lifetime, this entire interchange will be repaired. I just can't even imagine what it used to be like through this area before they even started to do some of this construction. So that is going to be obviously tying things up here on 42 with this issue with this vehicle fire just past the Black Horse Pike, Gloucester Township. All right, so we go to Route 22 now. Let's just go to the Google Maps because I know there's no cameras in that area. Actually, there is. This is going to be right in here. So let's check out the deal here. So now this is going to cause a bunch of issues. The first is the northbound Parkway. You're backed out of Cranford here from 137 into 139. It normally is this heavy because of the long-term construction at 140, but now everyone exiting for Route 22 is just completely on the brakes here. out by Morris Avenue with this crash just east of Vauxhall Road. So if you're heading to the airport here this morning, can stay to the left and continue north on the Parkway and head out to exit 142, because look at 78. We're fine getting all the way out to 1 and 9, and then you can get get out to the airport. So again, 78 is the better way to go to the airport than Route 22, because we don't know if there's any injuries in this crash, how long it's going to take them to clear it up. It's a bit of a tight spot on Route 22. So let's go towards our cameras. Well, let's just go to 295 first before we do that, north at exit 20. Just to see what the scene is here. That's not really causing a whole heck of a lot of traffic. Let's just close this up, and this is the camera out by 130 or 644, and that's moving fine. All right, so we want to go to the cameras. Let's go to the cameras here. Go to US 22. It's actually, no, it's not the camera. It's going to be on 82. Because that is Morris Avenue, and that's where the camera is at Route 22. So let's just see what that is. So this is eastbound 22 that goes over Morris Avenue. I mean, look at all this construction. One of these days, they'll finish all of this, because this is just a mess. Again, it absolutely needed to be done. But it's too bad they didn't widen this bridge, because this bridge is just a real pain as well. So, but dare I say that maybe they repaved the section over Route 22? I mean, over Morris Avenue? I don't know. Anybody who's familiar with that area, it's just like pothole city. So again, we're at a complete standstill here on eastbound Route 22, all the way back to the Garden State Park. We're here at Morris Avenue, which is actually State Highway 82. All right, so with that said, let's go back to the incident list just to see what else is happening here at 8:07. Again, the comment section is open on Facebook as well as on YouTube. Please just go ahead and throw up a comment there. Say hello. Just tell me where you're watching us from. Just thumbs up, anything. Just I like interacting with our fans here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. And again, in about 10 minutes, going to give away a pair of tickets to Darley Newman's virtual program that's coming up next Thursday. So 17 now in Hasbrook Heights. We've got a crash here now being reported. Let's check that out. I think there's a camera here. This is before Moonachie Avenue. Let's see if I am right. It's just after Moonachie Avenue. We're just after it. Yeah. Moonachie Road. So that's northbound that heads away. So it doesn't look bad at this point, but I think it just happened here out by Teterboro on the approach in towards Williams Avenue for the Bendix Diner. I can go for some pancakes right now because I am getting hungry here in the traffic center. All right, so we've kind of given you the quick rundown as far as accidents are concerned and delays north on the Turnpike into 14, and then from Parkway from 143 all the way up to 148. Also, both ways of 280 is going to be a solid ride across the Stickle Drawbridge. Then west on 24 is busy as you make your way over towards the Short Hills Mall and Columbia Turnpike. East on 46, more traffic here at Union Boulevard into Route 3 in Montclair. And then west on 80 is heavy at Route 20. And both ways of 17 is just packed in here at Essex Street and Lodi. And then more delays on 208 as you head out towards Maple Avenue, Goffle Road, and the Fair Lawn area. All right, so with that said, we take a look at Edison now, and now we're starting to see some traffic along 287. When is that never an issue, right? We got some issues here. What's going on here this morning? This is coming off of the Turnpike at Interchange 10. Let's just see what the deal is here. Why that's going to be a fairly heavy ride. You know what? Let's just go to the cameras for my friends over at the Turnpike this morning and see what the deal is. You know what? Let's just go back one because they updated that 42 issue. Getting out towards Creek Road and Runnymede. So this is a new crash. No, this is actually a new one here this morning at almost 8:10. So that's the reason why that is so heavy getting up towards 76 and 295 because of that crash. Remember I said it should be moving a little bit better than what it was. Let's just see if they've got some eyes on what the situation is here out by, they're saying Leaf Avenue. That must have, well, unless they just didn't move the camera, but, or unless that just happened, because I really think that we just looked at this camera just seconds ago and we didn't see anything. Again, that's northbound 42 just before the 295 interchange in 76. And that's why traffic is as backed up as it is here this morning because of that crash back through just south of 41. And that's why 55 is going to be backed up here at Deptford Center Road. Hopefully this camera works. Yeah, you see that all heading away, going north into the 42 interchange. So that's probably going to run you at least another half an hour, possibly even 40 minutes. So you want to stay away from that if you can. What we were doing next, we're going to the turnpike, right? Out by interchange 10. Let's just check this out in real time and just to see if there's anything happening on that exit ramp this morning. So we want to go to the turnpike. Again, our comments are open. Even if you just want to say hello, thumbs up, or something. I'm just trying to see how many people were reaching out there on YouTube as well as Facebook. So let's continue over here to interchange 10. Let's see if that is. I think the camera is not working. Okay. So let's check it out. North of 10. I think this is at the toll plaza. So there's something going on to the ramp to 440 is my estimation here. Trying to get in towards the Raritan Center out to Woodbridge Avenue. So just be careful coming around that curve. Again, this is a really tight curve here as you head out towards Woodbridge Avenue, which is going to be, where is Woodbridge Avenue? Right in here. So if you're heading out to the Raritan Center this morning, coming down off the turnpike and getting off at interchange 10, you've got to be real careful here to give yourself some time. So we'll try to get a handle as far as what's going on here. It can be a broken down tractor trailer, dare I say, maybe a flipped over tractor trailer, because that ramp is really a tight curve. The degree gradient there is really stiff. Trying to come around that side there off of interchange 10. So that's something to keep in the back of our minds here this morning. And then again, we have 35, the Victory Bridge, essentially shut down into Perth Amboy with that ongoing accident investigation. Let's give you a check of NJ Transit here as we're going to run down the numbers this morning. We will go to the corridor as well as the coastline. Those are just those temporary schedules this morning. That is all because of that major repair work by the Laurel Avenue Bridge in Homedale. All right, so 8:12 is our time. Let's go back towards, we want to check out South Jersey here real quick on the Parkway. Just a little light congestion in the Brick area, but really that's going to be about it. 35 and 36 is going to be fine. Let's continue on here this morning. No, I don't want that heavy traffic in this area. What is going on with these maps here today? Oh my goodness. All right. No, I don't want stop. Go. What is all this? Oh, these are delays. What's going on here? Side panel. I don't know what is going on here. Wait, let's just do a refresh of the map. I don't know what's going on there. I'm not sure what's going on. We've got the deep bass voice working, right? Sound like the movie trailer guy. Let's go east on the Staten Island Expressway. Still fairly heavy as you get out towards the Verrazano, but that's about it. So we're starting to thin it out fairly nicely there. The belt is starting to go downhill fairly rapidly west in the Flatbush out of Rockaway Parkway all the way through Coney Island Avenue, Ocean Parkway, and then east off the Verrazano is pretty solid ride. Inbound Gowanus is going to be a mess through Industry City. Now they're saying potentially an accident there up by Atlantic Avenue. So let's go to the cameras. Let's check that out in real time just to see what we've got going on here this morning. Just to see if anything has happened at Atlantic. So we're going to come down in this location, go down a little bit further. So we go to here out by the Transit Museum. I tell you, that's someplace I'd like to go see. So that's the inbound side of the BQE in the trench, and DOT there is actually, they're looking for something. Unfortunately, the overpass is in the way. So let's just see if they have another camera that same spot. They have plenty here at Atlantic Avenue. Just try this one at Atlantic. Here's inbound coming towards us. You know, I don't see anything before the exit ramp. Maybe it's a little bit further. That's Atlantic at BQE, so nothing there. We want to come over here, and that's at Congress Street, BQE again. Yeah, so I think they were looking for something. If anything, it was gone. It's probably was just before that overpass, and then as you get up and onto the BQE here by the promenade there, that's that inbound side, just absolutely hammered heading up to the Brooklyn Bridge. So another good idea with these cameras is that we can get an idea of the weather conditions as well across our area. Let's take a look at some of our weather again. Our meteorologist in training from Rutgers University, Mr. John Rocco, is off for the rest of the week. So, Johnny, enjoy your vacation. Congratulations on another great semester there at Rutgers. He's also the president of the Rutgers Weather Watcher Club. You can find John on Twitter at John Rocco, JONROCCOWX, and check his Twitter page out for the latest forecast. So we're just going to kind of run down some of the observation reporting stations from the National Weather Service. Looking at 62 at Newark, mostly cloudy there. Some fair skies out on the island. Shirley, Farmingdale coming in the upper 50s. Kennedy at 58, LaGuardia at 58. Same thing in Central Park, fair skies at 58, and in Somerville at 57, Teterboro at 58, and Trenton, Mercer County Airport coming in at 57. So maybe a little, I wouldn't say a little bit cooler now. So probably about the same temperatures as we had yesterday at this time at 8:16. Weather is going to be a little bit iffy getting into Friday. That's what Johnny has told me. So Friday afternoon, potentially. Not quite sure the timing just yet, but just we'll be on the air from 4 to 6 for the holiday getaway. So we'll show you some of the cameras and kind of give you the weather conditions as well as the traffic conditions. Could impact that ride a little bit. So it looks like the first part of the holiday weekend is going to be a little bit soggy getting in through Saturday. Depending on how long these showers last, whether they're into the afternoon, early evening, or it's all day Saturday, still to be kind of determined at this point. Looks like parts of Sunday getting in towards Memorial Day at this point. So far, so good, especially for Memorial Day. So temps are going to be into the mid to upper 70s. So it's going to be a little bit of a warm up there, which is kind of nice. You know, again, as my good friend the G-Man says, sometimes Memorial Day you can have it at 56 and rain. Sometimes you can have it at 92 and golden sunshine. So we're just on that cusp of the end of spring. A couple more weeks where we will be into summer. Comes in around the 21st, 22nd, sometime in that time frame. So again, we're kind of in that middle weather pattern where it can be kind of cool, as we've seen the last couple of days, and could be a little bit warm as well, as we've certainly seen this past weekend. So temps today are going to get up in towards the upper 60s or so. So all in all, not a terrible day. A little bit cooler. Maybe just bring the fleece or the light jacket with you for your ride, depending on what you're doing today. So again, I would say you get out and enjoy. So now, with that said, here this morning, we are giving away some tickets to Darley Newman's new virtual program coming up on Thursday, June the 2nd. There it is, Destination Cities Santa Fe. That starts at 7 p.m. to 8:30. So the first person to leave a comment on Facebook and YouTube will win a pair of tickets to go see her presentation. It's a Zoom link, really. It's a virtual program, and it's an hour lecture and then about a half an hour of a question and answer afterwards. Does a great job. She'll tell you everything you need to know about Santa Fe and the New Mexico area. The best places to eat, have a great time and adventures. Again, just an outstanding program. If you're around on Thursday, June the 2nd, would like to go, certainly leave a comment on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll have you send me an email, and then we'll get you linked up with Darley to set you up with some tickets for, again, her program on Thursday, June the 2nd, and that is Destinations Cities Santa Fe, courtesy of the Smithsonian Associates. All right, so with that said, we want to say hello to Ralph over at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. This is a look of, I almost had a live look of the ice cream case, but this is what some of the ice cream that Ralph has. He is a great friend of mine. He is a big supporter of the Tri-State Traffic Show. He is so graciously come on board as being our first sponsor for the program, and you can find him at Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery.com. He's in beautiful downtown Cranford, and he's right off of, again, it's on in your GPS. It's going to come up as Route 28. That's North Avenue for the locals through Union County. Again, this is just some of the stuff that Ralph is making: the Cookie Monster, the M&M Explosion. Here's some more pictures of the shop. Cotton candy, another very popular favorite, and also very popular are these ice cream sandwiches with the rainbow sprinkles, chocolate sprinkles, the flying saucers, the chip witches. Again, just really delicious stuff. Now, Ralph also makes some of these other great treats, and this is going to be the cupcakes that I've been talking about here for the last couple of weeks. These vanilla cupcakes with vanilla cake in them, with the vanilla ice cream, just delicious stuff. Great for the kids, for the parties. We got a lot of graduations coming up. We've got birthday parties for the summer. Certainly check out Ralph in downtown Cranford. There's your ice cream sandwiches. Here are some of the cakes that he makes as well. So again, he can make cakes for, small round, serve 7 to 8 people, as well as a large sheet cake from 30 to 40 people. So definitely a wide spectrum of accommodating your needs across the board for your ice cream pleasure. We'll put it at that. These ice cream cakes are really just amazing stuff. And again, can serve as little as 7 to 8 people. Can make the ice cream cakes with any of the cakes that he has in the dipping case. Also, for the most part, they're mostly just either vanilla or chocolate with the soft soft serve ice cream, I should say. They can be made with any of the ice cream, again, out of the dipping case, the hard ice cream. May take a little bit longer for him to put together those cakes, but nonetheless, he can accommodate you pretty much across the board. So once again, we thank Ralph over at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. There's the shop here, downtown Cranford, next to the Garlic Rose. That's 22 North Avenue West in Cranford, New Jersey, 272-3000. And you can find more information here at the website, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. All right, our time now is 8:22, and we want to head back to Brooklyn, where I think this crash has been cleared here on the inbound side of the BQE, just around Atlantic Avenue. But the southbound side of the BQE, just once, maybe like at 3 in the morning. And even at that, sometimes it's pretty busy. There's traffic everywhere, 24/7 around this area. You just cannot get away from it. It just follows you absolutely every place, all across the board. So southbound BQE is heavy now from the LIE, and that westbound LIE is jammed as we get into the Queens Midtown Tunnel, probably putting that delay, I'd say roughly about a half an hour or so. The Battery Tunnel is about 10. Williamsburg Bridge starting to pick up some more traffic there. Queensboro Bridge, that's running about 15 minutes. And west on the Grand Central is heavy passing City Field and out towards LaGuardia. Also both ways of the Grand Central is heavy through St. John's. And then this eastbound problem here with this crash just east of the Clearview. You know what? Let's bring those cameras up. So that's the BQE there. We want to go here. We got to zoom out. Nope, going the wrong way. We'll see if we can bring up that camera here. You know what? First, let's do this. Since we're on this side of western sections of Brooklyn, let's go up to the Queens line and just show you the LIE approach into the Midtown Tunnel. Just absolutely stacked and packed. Looking at probably, again, about 30 minutes plus there. This is at the Queens Midtown Tunnel, the toll plaza. Really not a whole lot of movement there getting into the tunnel. We want to go back to the east now. Let's just widen this up. There it is by the fairgrounds. We're going to head to the Clearview right in there. No, is it? Yeah. So it looks like whatever that accident was here heading eastbound is now going to be completely cleared. So again, we have the YouTube comments up. Same thing with Facebook. Go ahead and leave a comment if you can here this morning. Again, we're giving away a pair of tickets to Darlie Newman's virtual program on Santa Fe. So if you'd like to go to that, certainly throw up a comment there and we'll get you hooked up with those free tickets. So again, that's the eastbound LIE here this morning as you get out just east of the Clearview. Looks like that crash has just been cleared. So we will continue on now. Let's go back to the maps. Cross Island is fairly heavy, straight out of Sunrise Highway. Also in the Bronx, just a mess of traffic on the cross Bronx, pretty much end to end both ways. When is that never an issue here at 8:25? South on the Bruckner is heavy into Soundview. Let's check out the ride here on the Deegan. It's beginning to thin up just a bit south of Van Cortlandt Park and even out towards the Cross Bronx. So that is going to be some good news for us. Let's go to the where we're going to go here. No, we want to go here. No, we want to go here. No, we want to go here. So where am I going? We are going to go to the crossings. Check out the deal getting into the city out of Jersey. Let's continue on. Go down to the come on. There we go. On average, about 40 minutes here at the George. Looking at an hour at the Lincoln and 35 or so, 33 under a half hour at the Holland Tunnel. Now the 60 at the Lincoln, that was because of a lot of rubbernecking problems because the issues on 495 that were coming out of the tunnel. There was a lot of stop and go traffic. Everyone stopping to take a look to see what was going on here. It was on the outbound side coming out of the tunnel, was on the helix, but that's been quickly cleared and out of the way for us. But nonetheless, it's kind of done the damage here on the inbound side. So my best pick to get into Manhattan at the Hudson River crossings is going to be the Holland Tunnel this morning. Still about 30 minutes or so. So our time now is 8:26. Let's head up to, let's go back out to the island very quickly. Southern State Parkway both ways here from exits 19 over to 22 is heavy. Then east out to the Wantagh Parkway is a solid ride. Then west on the Southern is a mess into 109, heading all the way out to just west of 135. Now the LIE picking up more volume here this morning as we approach in towards exit 41 through 40 into 39. Then can almost connect the dots back to 44, and then more delays as you get in towards Deer Park Ave, and then west here. Out. This doesn't look terrible. It's just a little bit of sluggishness as you head in towards exits 59, 58, 57. But the other issue is here on the LIE. Let's just see if that cleared up. Let me go to the Long Island incident page. We had the ramp to 62 still shut with an accident investigation that still continues this morning at 62. It's the service road is shut. Their exit ramp also is going to be closed up there. So look for that. Let's just go to the cameras if we can. Want to just see if there's any more movement with some of that police activity on that eastbound side. So we're going to be out here. I think it's this camera there. Let's see. Let's just run the video. Let's run the video. Okay, so there it is. It's over here on the left. So stay with this in real time. Looks like they either are moving a vehicle or moving the vehicle that was involved in this crash. And this is getting out of the service road at 62. That's again why 62 is completely shut. Thank our friends over at Inform for the cameras. Again, hopefully no one's seriously injured, but sometimes when the extended closures with an investigation, it just doesn't set up very, very well. I think everyone knows what I'm talking about. We don't have anything confirmed, obviously, but anytime there's a prolonged closure like that and you've got the AI unit out there, it just is a tough deal. Everyone knows where I'm going once again with that thought. Let's just see if we can see what the traffic is here by Waverly, and that's definitely a little bit heavy here this morning. And then we go west of that by Patrick Holbrook Road. That's east, that's coming towards us. So it's really just at 62 is going to be our biggest issues here this morning with that traffic. All right, so let's do this. Let's go back to our maps this morning. Let's just see what we've got cooking here out to the Hamptons. Just normal stuff on Sunrise Highway, getting in towards Southampton. And we're here at 8:30 now. Good morning to you. You are watching the Tri-State Traffic Show. Don here in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center. We're coming up on 8:30 now. And, weather-wise, fairly nice outside. I would still say bring along the sunglasses for the ride. You're definitely going to need them here this morning. So, again, a little bit cooler start than maybe yesterday in certain spots. And we want to thank our sponsor for our last and final half hour of the morning on the big broadcast, and that is going to be Travels with Darley. You can watch Darley's programs on PBS Create as well as Amazon Prime, and also onto Ovation TV's Journey and Wondrum as well. She has an upcoming virtual program for any and all information about Santa Fe. That's going to be on Thursday, June the 2nd from 7 to 8:30. If you want tickets, there is the link that's coming across the screen right now. Also, the first person to comment on Facebook and YouTube is interested in going, I can get you a free pair of tickets as well to that show. Again, it's a virtual program that has a component of a lecture as well as a Q&A. So once again, we thank Darley for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. So let's go to Connecticut now, and we'll see if things have settled down a little bit for us, possibly. Not really. South on the 95 area is going to be heavy here from about exit 22 all the way through to about exit 15, and then further we'll go 22 all the way down through 5, and then the Parkway is going to be a mess out of 50 through 49, 48 into 44, and then through the no exit zone into 41, and then it opens up a little bit south of 41, and then you hit the brakes in 39 all the way out through just about 33. I think whatever was going on at 33 is now gone, but kind of has left a wake of traffic behind it. Again, it wasn't reported. They may just not have known about it, but there is absolutely something going on there on the Merritt Parkway heading south into exit 33. So with that said, let's see what we want to do. We want to go to Metro North now. We'll bring that up. Look at that. We'll see what the situation is here. Metro North is fine. So is Long Island Railroad, although the Oyster Bay branch now is picking up some delays. From Jamaica due to Oyster Bay at 8:51, operating about 10 minutes late. So again, just look for that. All right, so we've done that. Let's continue on over towards Lower Westchester now. I think we've definitely got something going on here. To let's see what that is. Is that the Sprain? Yeah, the Springbrook Parkway. As we get up towards Secor Road in that area, so let's bring up the Hudson Valley incident list and see what is come up. Let's take a look here. We've got the Thruway before 10 incident there in Rockland County going south. So watch for that. 684 Bronx River Parkway, Westchester Springbrook. There it is, northbound, passing 100B. 2 lanes are closed there up towards Greenberg. So that's going to be that issue, as well as another crash here on the Taconic going north at Pleasantville Road. Got the shoulder going to be out of service. So let's go to the cameras. I don't think there's any cameras on the Springbrook. At least there were not back in the day. Let's just head over here in real time. We'll see what the deal is. Head up here. And I stand corrected. There is a camera on the Sprain at 100B. So that's all northbound that heads away. We'll run some of that video here. We'll take a look at that. So there it is. So it's actually now off to the shoulder. They were saying 2 of 3 lanes shut down, but it's here. It's now off to the right shoulder and the grassy sections there. So that's just getting in towards 100B. So that crash has really just done the damage of traffic. Let's see how far back that goes. This is north of Jackson Ave. That's north on the far left. And then we continue further up the line. Come on. Camera works. Kind of stalled out here. Stalled. Sprain here. That's going to be northbound on the far left. So again, look for that heavy traffic here this morning. Again, looks like that crash, as you saw it in real time, by 100B is now off to the shoulder. So that's some very good news there. Again, hopefully no one's injured here this morning. Let's just check out the deal on 287. Of course, there's no camera feed. Why would there be? We go over towards 287 here at the Sawmill. Let's just put this on in real time. Let's take a look at that. That's eastbound, just a parking lot of traffic there as you get out towards exit 1. So let's go to this Thruway issue. Why? Let's just see where this was. Let's see when that was reported. 7:45 before interchange 10. South on the thruway before interchange 10. So stop with this. Come on. Here? This is interchange. That's 11. So it's really closer to the bridge. Let's see here. Camera's not going to do us any good. So let's just see what this is. There's about 19 cameras here on the Cuomo Tappan Zee. Did we see anything? I think that's why the camera was zoomed in. So this is south coming towards us. I don't see anything. So I'm thinking that's going to be gone. Just trying to recover here at 8:35. Let me open up the comments again. If you'd like to go to Darley's virtual program, Santa Fe, giving away a pair of tickets now, just to be the first person to comment on YouTube and Facebook. Let me know if you'd like to go. We'll certainly hook you up with some free passes there. It'd be a great event if you're interested in Santa Fe, New Mexico. All right, so let's go back to our maps. And again, there's the delays on the sprain as we saw it by 100B, but the damage done, wow, that is just a mess. I mean, that is a tough, tough ride. So I think you're better off the Sawmill or the Thruway this morning or the Bronx River Parkway. Anything to avoid the sprain coming out of Yonkers is going to be the ideal situation to get you past the delays because of that crash. So we'll head to the southbound thruway. Some more delays here at 14 for the connector. You know, let's just see if we can bring up a camera there because I really think that something may be going on. See what it looks like here as the computer is just yelling at me. Why am I bringing up all these cameras? So there it is heading south. Yeah, that's just a lot, just a wall of traffic really coming off of the Parkway connector. Not much you can do about that. This is out by the Spring Valley toll barrier. That looks pretty good. But who calls it toll barrier? We call them toll plazas, right? So let's take a look at Orange County this morning. In fairly good shape on 17, Route 6, Beacon Bridge is good, 684. We're still, again, trying to recover. We had some earlier rubbernecking delays because I think there's still something going on by 116 in the Purdy's area with some damage to that ramp, but I thought it was I think it's going north. Again, I think that accident is headed northbound, but south, we're just seeing a lot of traffic out of Croton Falls, Purdy's, and Golden's Bridge along 684. Let's check the time here, 8:37. Let's go back towards New Jersey for our last and final pass here as we come through the tri-state area. Let's just check out want to go, where am I going? We want to go here. Let's bring up the New Jersey list again, see if anything else has come on to the situation. So we've got starting to get fairly busy here now. So upper level of the George now, we've got a crash that took place about 14 minutes ago or so. So let's just give you the rundown on the crossings this morning with the travel times. Go here. I would say that's got to be closer to the hour mark by now. About 40, yeah, closer to the hour. Even though it says 40, it's probably going to still take you almost an hour. An hour at the Lincoln, about 30 at the Holland. Go back to the incident page, 42 now. It's just the left shoulder is shut as you get in towards the 76 and 295 interchange. Another vehicle fire on 42 by Black Horse Pike. Earlier problems on 80 out by Totowa and Union Boulevard going east. It looks like that has been reopened. And 35 is really the other big closure that we have, the big situation, I should say, heading over the Victory Bridge. So I think the Victory Bridge and the Perth-Amboy is what is closed, just coming out of the old Victory traffic circle with an accident investigation. So now, again, they're saying that somebody may have been struck, pedestrian accident, so that never fares well with a 2-ton vehicle. So whether they were actually on the bridge or it was down here in this section, I'm not sure, but there's no access off of 935 across the Victory. So the Victory Bridge in the Perth-Amboy is shut at this point, and it's been that way for a little while. All right, so we continue on now. Let's go back up to North Jersey or work our way south for the final pass of traffic here this morning. Let's go up to Northwest Jersey, Sanderson, out by the Haynesville General Store. It's great to see that that is still in business there. The new owners going to still keep the pies. So if you're looking for some of the best apple pumpkin pies anywhere to be found, head out to the Haynesville General Store. Not a sponsor. Love to have them as the sponsor and have the show on in the shop, but again, just as personal knowledge, that is really the apple pie is just amazing. It's unbelievable. So it's good to see that that is still going to be in business for a long time. 94.23 in Hamburg is going to be good. So is 15 through Sparta, out through Lake Apacong, and in towards Route 80. So Route 80 is fine until you get through Denville and exits 39 all the way out to 42. And then south on 206 out to Flanders, out of Mount Olive. That's going to be a little bit sluggish. But, 287, we're moving well through Hanover. Morristown is good all the way through Basking Ridge in towards Route 78. We'll take a look at 80 now, going west of 280. The interchange is a little bit busy there. 23 through Butler is a little crowded, and so is 287 getting south of exit 57 and Skyline Drive. This may be potentially some road work setting up, getting out to 9 o'clock. We're here at 8:41. So 287 is fine up through Suffren and Mahwah, and then 208 heading south into Maple Avenue all the way through Fairlawn out of just the southern sections of Wyckoff this morning is going to be a solid ride. 46 both ways at the Route 3 interchange. And Little Falls is busy, so 17 at Essex Street and Lodi. And then we got more delays here on westbound Route 4 out through Hackensack Avenue. And again, our normal stuff on southbound 21 at the exit for Route 3 is going to be slow. And then as you travel north on the Parkway, out of 280, as you approach on in towards exit 150, is going to be a heavy ride. Then we go south through the long-term construction is solid through Union and 78. But, westbound 78, really doesn't look too bad getting through Vauxhall. Looks like our earlier crash here along Route 22 has been cleared out by Vauxhall Road because that looks like that is now gone. So that's a good ride out to the airport. Still some heavy delays on the Bay Extension into 14, but the extension out to the Holland Tunnel is good until just east of the tolls in 14C. Looks like truck routes 1 and 9. We may have something here at the Passaic River Drawbridge. We'll check that in a second with the cameras. But north on the Turnpike is still heavy in towards interchange 14. Let's go to 287 both ways in Edison between exits 1 and 2. Kind of what else is new there. And then 287 south as we make our way in towards Piscataway out towards about exit 10 or so for Easton Avenue. That is going to be busy. Head down the shore, Parkway 33, 18, Route 9. The Turnpike is good. So is 195. Even the Parkway is a little crowded here out by, exits 89. But it's really the other big story is this crash that has really wiped out traffic here out by the Turnpike north on 42. Again, 42 north just before 76 and 295. We're well back south of 168 now. There's also another vehicle fire being clear here. So again, it's a tough ride on 42, and 55 is taking a hard hit here as well because of all of the stop traffic into that interchange with 55 and 42, and then south on 295 is heavy through Haddon Heights. All right, we're coming up on 8:43. We're going to take a last and final check of weather and a quick sponsor break, and then we'll be back here just shortly in just about 2 minutes time. So Route 9 out to Cape May, things are looking good. So all South Jersey is moving well. Was that camera? That's what we're going to do. We want to go to truck routes 1 and 9. There it is, truck routes 1 and 9, south here, just before the Passaic River Drawbridge. So DOT doing a nice job here this morning. They've got it on their list. Let's just see if this camera is working. Let's cross our fingers. Let's just see what that situation is. And no. And no. This is at Hackensack Avenue. Not going to happen. To see what it is back at 440. So this is south at the Hackensack River Drawbridge. So that's a solid ride. So if you're coming out of Hoboken here this morning, you're better off with the outbound Skyway. Dare I say that the Skyway is actually the better ride. Sometimes that can be a real mess. The old double image there. Hopefully they're going to finish this Route 7 bridge soon. The new Whit Penn Bridge. This is the inbound side of the Skyway is jammed into Holland again, looking at about 35 plus minutes there. Let's go for our last and final check of our Hudson River crossings now before we get to weather and a quick break. We will go to, drum roll, please. We're going to put that at about an hour at the George, closer to about an hour and 15 at the Lincoln, about a half an hour at the Holly. Again, we just never have recovered from the outbound crash rubbernecking delays that happened at the Lincoln. They cleared it fairly quickly, but as we say in the traffic business, the damage done. We go to transit now. Give me the last and final check of NJ Transit. Let's see what we got here this morning. Not much across the board, so I guess that's in good news. I'm going to say on or close. Everything is rolling along just fine. Those are just some schedule changes on the corridor, but we'll chat. There we go. We got an 8:45 at Penn in the City. Canceled at Secaucus from mechanical issues, and the coastline, that is looking good. Let's jump over to Path now. See what the deal is on Path trains, and nothing. So Path is going to be on or close. All right, so we're here at 8:45. Let's do a last and final check of the weather. Our meteorologist in training from Rutgers University, Mr. John Rocco, is on vacation, so I am so graciously filling in for him on this early Wednesday morning. Let's look at some of the observations from the National Weather Service. We'll give you another check of this again in just a couple of minutes, because these are about an hour behind. Usually it's around about 10 minutes from now. They'll give you the next update. Let's just refresh just to see what we got. There it is. So about 62 at EWR, 56, 57 at 56 in Gabreski, 57 in Farmingdale, and 58 in Teterboro. So we're hovering around the upper 50s to lower 60s, depending on where you are. We're still seeing some cloud cover out there. We'll go partly cloudy here for the morning ride. Going to kind of stay that way for the rest of the day. Temps in towards the upper 60s or so. So for me, it's just perfect, comfortable. You don't have to leave the air conditioners on. You can go ahead and shut the ACs off. Let's talk about Thursday. Tomorrow should be fairly good, but then Friday afternoon, evening, may see some showers starting to build up through the areas. John had said yesterday's forecast, and at times it can be fairly heavy rain getting in towards Saturday. Now, it just depends on how this all plays out and how this actually gets out of the way for us for the holiday weekend. So Saturday could be a little bit of, maybe a washout, not the whole day, but again, we'll see how that goes. You can follow John on Twitter at John Rocco WX, and he'll be providing some of the forecasts here. Again, John is on vacation. John, thank you for the forecast for this week. Enjoy your time off after studying hard there at Rutgers for this semester. Another great semester under your belt, my friend, and we will see you next Tuesday. All right, so there are some of your latest observation temperatures here this morning. And again, we are sponsored by Travels with Darley. Darley Newman is a travel host, and she has a program, as you see it at the bottom of the screen, called Travels with Darley on Wondrum, Ovation TV's Journey, as well as Amazon Prime and a PBS Create. And if you're not familiar with her, there she is. Does a great job showing you the best and the greatest places all around the world to vacation, some of the best ways to eat, drink, as well as have lots of adventures as well. So that's Travels with Darley. We thank her for being a sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. And again, she has her virtual event coming up on Thursday, June the 2nd. If you'd like tickets, be the first person to comment on Facebook and YouTube. We'll hook you up with some free tickets there. Again, that's Thursday, June the 2nd from 7 until 8:30. And again, if you're not familiar with Darley's program, here's a little bit of look of Travels
I'm
with
Darley
Darley.
Newman, and we're in Albany, New York, Charleston, South Carolina, Selma, Alabama, Colorado, Hayward, Wisconsin, at the site of the Lumberjack World Championships.
We're road tripping across the USA on epic trails for adventure.
If I were on the battlefield, I would have run.
Cuisine.
It smells really good. Wow.
You got one?
I got a jalapeno in there.
History.
Prior to this canal opening, boats to get to the center of the country had to go down around Florida and up the Mississippi.
Dr. Martin Luther King delivering his amazing "How long, not long" speech.
And culture.
Where's Bob Ross when you need him?
Discover what's in your own backyard on an all-new season of Travels with Darley.
Those are good. Cattails, who knew? Wow, 6th generation.
Yes.
Amazing.
120 proof smooth, right?
1, 2, 3.
So that's a little bit of a look of the all-new season 9 of Travels with Darley. And once again, her virtual program is coming up on Thursday, June the 2nd, and then begins at 7 to 8:30. If you like tickets, be the first person to comment there on YouTube and Facebook. We'll hook you up with some tickets to that virtual program. We thank Darley Newman for being a proud sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, so we've got about 10 minutes left in the big broadcast. Let's just check out. We finished up New Jersey for the morning, so we're done there. Let's go back in towards the city and just to see what the deal is here. Again, the Victory Bridge is still shut. That's one of the big issues in New Jersey this morning along 35. Let's head over to the city now, and we'll see where we're going to go. We will take a look at, let's see, the HOV lane out on the island is closed on the westbound LIE at 40 to 39 in Glen Cove Road. We can take a look at that. Another crash on the southern, closing up the shoulder. The sprain is another big problem there, getting into 100B, but we know that that's off to the shoulder. I showed you that just a few minutes ago. And then east at 62, another crash, but that's not the same. Let's just see. Let's just go to the second page. No. So that crash out on the island may have cleared up, or at least opened up the service road, I should say, for exit 62. All right, so let's take a last and final check of Staten Island and Brooklyn. Eastbound on the Staten Island Expressway is heavy at 440. Then again across the Verrazano, getting up and on to the Kiwanis into the BQE is going to be a solid ride, getting all the way out through Atlantic Avenue. And south on the BQE is going to be awfully busy as well, just south of, well, I'd say Queens Boulevard on over towards the Brooklyn Bridge, the Battery Tunnel, looking at roughly about 15 minutes or so, about a half an hour at the Queens Midtown Tunnel, about 15 to 20 at the Queensboro Bridge. It's going to be jam-packed with drivers. Now the belt both ways out by Flatbush Avenue, Coney Island Avenue, Bay 8th Street, Bay Parkway is going to be heavy into Cropsey. And then west along the Belt Parkway is heavy out of the airport on over towards just west of Pennsylvania Avenue. The Van Wyck is going to be a mess here this morning in either direction there. That is going to be a solid ride out of the interchange. Then both ways of the LIE is heavy out by Woodhaven Boulevard. Then east here out by the Clearview. That's where we were going to go with the city cameras. I just wanted to check up on that location. I think we did. No, we already did that. Yeah, we did that before. And that crash is gone, but now we're extending the delay all the way to Cross Island. And Cross Island is heavy. The southern all the way up into the LIE. Still is mess of traffic out on the Whitestone Expressway, both ways to the Cross Island. And the Grand Central is heavy at LaGuardia, and then getting onto the RFK Triborough. Let's go to the Bronx, where the Deegan is getting hit hard here, south of Yankee Stadium, all the way out to the RFK, and then the Bruckner through Soundview, westbound Cross Bronx, end to end pretty much. And that's all because the road work setting up here on the lower roadway to the George here shortly. But the Deegan still has some delays south of the Mosh a little bit. It's thinning out towards the Cross Bronx, and then north on the Bruckner as you get into the area of Pelham Park. That is going to be a little bit slow. All right, so let's go out to the island for our last check here. West on the LIE, that's where we're going with the cameras. We wanted to see what the story is here this morning. This is out by exit 39. Let's just check up by 100B. Yeah, that's off to the shoulder. It's right in there. So that is going to be now gone. We continue on over to the Long Island area. Let's go to the LIE. LIE. Let's hear. Let's see what we see. There, I see something. I don't see anything. So this is eastbound. So this is probably going into the crash because everybody's got to stop and take a look at what's going on here. Where are we? What direction are we looking? What direction are we looking? I think that is west that's headed away. So it looks like we gotta follow the paper trail here. And there it is. All right. So not all right, but got the HOV lane shut down. We've got an ambulance. So again, hopefully no one's injured. Looks like we've got a Tesla involved in that. A couple other vehicles. Looks like maybe one, two, three, four potentially. Again, closing up the HOV lane. So in this situation, no one's gonna come after you for crossing the double line there because you're just getting out of the way of the problems there on the LIE. So that's going to be going westbound between 40 and 39. We're about a mile and a half or so just west of Jericho Turnpike and exit 40. Let's go to the maps and show you exactly where we're talking. It's going to be in this area here. There we go. And again, that's that eastbound delay that we're seeing. So again, the northern state is starting to pick up some alternate volume as word is getting out about the crash on the expressway right around just west of Jericho Turnpike, where we're still pretty heavy here at 135. So the northern, again, has a little more movement for you. Not much, but it's starting to get busy because as word gets out about this crash here on the LIE. So let's see what else we've got going on to the southern state. We're seeing a lot of traffic going east here this morning, straight out of about exit 17 or so, all the way through 22. And then the westbound side is heavy from 110 through 135 into the Wantagh on over towards the Meadowbrook. The Meadowbrook looks in pretty good shape. The Wantagh is a little bit slow out to the northern state. 135, 110 is good. Some more crowding here, but this time it's going east of Deer Park Avenue. West, a little bit busy out by Vets Highway, and then further east of that through, let's just see where we are here. Just west of exit 58 or so, 59 in that area. Looks like our delays and issues out by 62 have been cleared. Again, that's our crash here this morning. Let's just roll that just to see what the deal is. So that's the westbound expressway. HOV lane is shut just west of exit 40 this morning. Again, hopefully no one is seriously injured there, but we will keep an eye on this. All right, so let's go out towards exit 62. I think that issue has now been cleared on the LIE heading east. We continue on. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Let's just run the video. That. Wow, what is this over here? What this is? Wow, fairly large, like netting screen. Let's see. Exit 62. It's in here. I think the ramp is open now. Let's just do this. We want to go. Oh, stop! Come on. Getting into 62. That camera's not going to work. So, okay, yeah, I think that crash has been cleared and that's been reopened. So we'll just go with that for the time being. East on Sunrise Highway, pretty heavy out through Hampton Bay, Southampton, on over towards Watermill and towards Bridgehampton this morning. All right, let's finish up in Connecticut and the Hudson Valley before we sign off for the morning. South on the Merritt Parkway is heavy. We'll go 50 all the way down to 33, and then 95 is fairly busy from 22 straight on down to exit 5. Let's just check out the Connecticut incident list one last time. Let's see if there's anything cooking here as we go. That's some road work. 84, 91, 95, 95, Route 11, I should say, and the Merritt Parkway. So there's no incidents there. So that's some good news. Let's check in with the rails, shall we? We'll finish up with, first we'll get to Metro North. Again, Metro North, on or close. Long Island Railroad, that is looking good. Again, this Oyster Bay delay was just 10 minutes late there getting into Oyster Bay, which just should be getting there just about now. Let's go back to the subways because you saw something here on the 7 train. 7 trains suspended, Times Square, 42nd and 34th Hudson Yards. Address the signal problem at 34th Street. It's going to terminate there at Queensboro Plaza or Times Square 42nd for Uptown service. So watch for that. We've got delays on the C and the B trains. Signal problem at 103rd Street. The Q train here is running delays after move the train Sheepshead Bay. All right, so we're done with transit here for the morning. Let's go over towards Lower Westchester. Beginning to get some relief there on the sprain at 100B, but our crash has now been cleared, at least off to the shoulder or so. We're going to go on to the Hutch here out by Weaver Street is busy. New England Thruway, again, New England Thruway is fine. West on the Cross County Parkway is pretty slow as well as you head out to Sawmill. We'll look for that. And then east on 287, just a mess off the Tappan Zee going east into White Plains and exit 5. A little crowded here getting onto the Tappan Zee. And then south on the Thruway is pretty solid ride from the Parkway connector at 14 on over towards interchange 13. Let's head up to Orange County. The Thruway 84 and Route 6 is good. The Beacon Bridge is a little bit slow here this morning. Not sure why. Again, maybe just a little bit of construction, maybe, dare I say it, but nothing reported. 84 is good all the way to Brewster, and then south on 684 are pretty heavy as you make your way into Katona. All right, friends, with that said, I think we're going to wrap up things here for the morning. Fairly busy, a little bit busier than certainly what I would have liked to have seen here for this Wednesday morning. But nonetheless, make sure you have a great day today. Certainly drive safely here at 9:01. This is the Tri-State Traffic Show. Again, want to thank our sponsors, Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. You can find information about Ralph's shop in beautiful downtown Cranford, New Jersey at CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. Also travels with Darley. We thank her very much for being another sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. Travels with Darley, Arizona PBS Create, Wondrum, as well as Ovation TV's Journey and Amazon Prime. She has her upcoming virtual program on Santa Fe, New Mexico. That's coming up next Thursday, June the 2nd from 7 to 8:30. The crawl on the bottom has the information about the tickets. You can go to the website to give away for tickets there. Again, tomorrow we'll be giving away another pair of tickets to her program. So if you want some free tickets, be the first one to comment on Facebook and YouTube in the 8 o'clock hour. I'll let you know when we open that up. And again, just programming note, we will be on the air on Friday evening beginning at 4 for the getaway. We'll see how the weather kind of impacts things for that holiday getaway heading in towards the holiday weekend. And again, John, thanks a lot for the forecast. Our meteorologist in training there at Rutgers University, taking some well-deserved time off. So with all of that said, O'Don here in the Tri-State Traffic Center. Have a fantastic Wednesday, and we'll see you tomorrow, everybody.